Are you at least 17 years old? Do you weigh more than 110 pounds? Do you consider yourself fairly healthy? If you answered yes to all of these questions, you should be donating blood every 2 months. In my survey of the class, I found that only 50% of you have ever donated blood before, and that only 1 out of 13 of you donate on a regular basis. The lack of participation of eligible donors is a serious problem that requires immediate action. Through extensive research and 2 years of faithfully donating blood, I've come to realize the magnitude of this problem and just how easy the solution can be. Today, I would like to show why blood donors are in such desperate need and encourage you to take action to combat this need. Let's first take a look at the overwhelming need for blood donors. The lack of participation of eligible blood donors poses a threat to the lives of many Americans. According to the American Red Cross web pages, where I've obtained an enormous amount of information, in the United States alone, someone undergoes a blood transfusion once every 3 seconds, which amounts to 3,000 gallons of blood every hour, day and night. People who benefit from donations range from cancer patients to organ transplant patients to surgical patients. Even premature infants and trauma victims benefit from donations. The need for blood never takes a vacation, and neither should donors. Let me tell you about Brooke, a 3-year-old girl with long, curly blonde hair and bright blue eyes. Brooke is a victim of cancer and had major surgery to remove the large tumor in her abdomen. She has spent approximately half of her life in the hospital receiving chemotherapy and other treatments for infections that resulted from a decrease in her white blood cell count after each session. According to the Texas Children's Hospital, Brooke's treatment will require blood products with a replacement value of 508 units of blood, of which only 250 units have been replaced. She still needs 250 units of blood to continue her treatment. If she doesn't receive this blood, she will not live to attend kindergarten, to go to the prom in high school, or to get married, luxuries we all too often take for granted. Cases like Brooke's are becoming all too common these days, with only 1 in 20 eligible Americans donating blood, and the donor rate dropping steadily at 2% annually. These facts are particularly distressing, considering that nearly half of us here will receive blood sometime in our lives. You can now see the magnitude of the problem with the lack of blood donations. Fortunately, it is a problem that can be easily solved. Each and every one of you can be part of the solution. All you have to do to save priceless lives is go to the nearest Red Cross and donate your blood. For those of you who have never donated blood before, the process is so simple and easy. First, you fill out a donor information form that asks you questions about your sexual history and health. You will then receive a mini physical. They will take a drop of blood from your finger to measure the percent of red cells in your blood. Then, they will take your blood pressure, as well as your temperature and pulse. So not only are you saving lives by donating blood, you are also checking on your own. After your physical, you will be asked from which arm you choose to donate. Then, you will be asked to lie in a donor chair. A staff member will clean your arm and insert a sterile, non-reusable needle, so there's no way to contract AIDS from donating blood. After a pint of your blood has been taken, which usually takes about 10 minutes, you'll be asked to relax for 10 to 15 minutes while you enjoy juice and cookies. The process is over, and in 8 weeks you can donate again. Many of you may be scared at the thought of the anticipated pain and needles. I admit I was terrified the first time I gave blood, but then I realized I was scared over nothing. The extent of the pain as they insert the needle is equivalent to someone scratching your arm for a brief second. And while the needle is in your arm, you don't even feel a thing. And as I stated before, it is impossible to contract AIDS from donating blood. Now that you know just how easy and safe the solution is to the lack of blood donations, let us take a look at just how much difference your donations can make. Every unit of blood you donate can save up to 3 lives. You see, the blood you donate is divided up 3 ways, into red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Each of these are stored separately and used for different types of treatment. Red blood cells are used to fight anemia. White blood cells are used to fight infections, while platelets are important to control bleeding, and are used in patients with leukemia and other forms of cancer. The joy you get from helping 3 people can be increased many times over. You see, you can donate blood 6 times in a year. Those 6 donations can help as many as 18 people. Just think, if you donated for 10 years, you could help save the lives of nearly 180 people. Who knows, one of those lives could even be that of a friend, family member, or even your own, since you can now donate blood in advance of your own surgery. Now that you know what a difference just one donation can make, I want to encourage you to take action. I urge you to take a stand and become a regular blood donor. 45 minutes out of your day is a small price to pay for the lifetime of satisfaction you receive by knowing you may have saved a life. If you have never donated blood before, pull deep inside yourself and find some courage and become a proud wearer of the I am a first-time blood donor sticker. If you have donated before, think back to the feeling of pride you received from making your donation. Finally, I ask all of you to think of a loved one you hold so dear to your heart. Imagine they need a blood transfusion and there's a shortage of donations that day, so they cannot receive the treatment that they so desperately need, just like Brooke, the 3-year-old girl that I talked about earlier. Go to the nearest Red Cross in Madison, which is on Sheboygan Avenue, or attend the next blood drive here on campus. These blood drives are held in various parts of campus, including the dorms. In fact, the next drive will be held in the Ogg Residence Hall in 2 weeks. Please, take this opportunity to save lives and make yourself feel like $1 million. Give the ultimate gift, the gift of life. Donate blood.